right, DJ Football here, bringing you my top 5 picks for defense and special teams in Week 3. All right, so I stream defenses. That's how I roll. Sometimes I will hang on to a defense that I really like the Broncos, or the Jaguars, or the Seattle Seahawks, for a few weeks and check out their lineups and see if they're going to be good throughout the season. But generally, I will stream a defense in depending on matchup and who they're playing and how they're playing, whether or not they have injuries. So I want to give you, for those of you who are looking for a good defense this week, my top 5 picks. All right, here we go. So to start it off, we've got the Rams at the 49ers. So the Rams had 29 points in Week 1. 29 points. Last week, they didn't do so hot. But look, they're playing against the 49ers, who are giving up an average of 9.5 points a week to defenses. So I believe that the Rams are going to have a great week this week. Plus, they've got Aaron Donald back, who is a stud, and they're really gonna kick it up and just dominate the 49ers this week. All right, next we've got the Broncos at the Bills. So the Broncos have been just a killer defense for years. Last week we saw them struggle until the last few minutes of regulation, where they were able to come back and redeem themselves with a pick 6. But look what they did against the Cowboys. They stuffed Ezekiel Elliott. Absolutely stuffed him. 8 total yards of offense. Are you kidding me? Who does that against Ezekiel Elliott? And they forced 2 turnovers against the Cowboys. Cowboys rarely turn over the ball. They forced 2 of them. I really think the Broncos are going to be stellar this week. If they're available, pick them up and run with them. All right, next we've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Now, the reason this is so hot is last week the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just throttled on defense. Now, they're taking in that same momentum into this game, and the Vikings may be starting Case Keenum. Now, Case Keenum is no Sam Bradford. There's a lot of potential for error and a lot of potential for those Buccaneers to pick up right where they left off last week. So I'd really, keep an eye on them and see if they're available. Use them, especially if Case Keenum's at quarterback. Next, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Giants. So the Eagles have had a stellar defense, forcing a lot of turnovers, and the Giants are struggling. Eli Manning was throwing the ball all around this last Monday, and they're just off to a really slow start. I think the Philadelphia Eagles have a really good chance of making some good turnovers and some big plays on defense this week against a struggling offense. Plus, Eagles are in the top 7 of defenses right now, and they tend to force a lot of turnovers. So I think they're a good pickup this week. But number one this week, I'd recommend, I hope they're available in your league. If they are, grab them. But they are absolutely stellar this year, are the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens versus the Jaguars. Now, the Ravens have forced 10 turnovers these first 2 weeks. 10! Are you kidding me? And they're playing against Blake Bortles, who he himself turns over the ball all the time. He had 3 last week alone. And so you've got the number 1 defense in the league versus a quarterback who's turning the ball over consistently. I'm pretty sure you've got a good recipe for success there. All right. Thanks so much. Sure hope that helped you. And have a fantastic Week 3 of fantasy football. Put in the comments below if you've got any questions or anything I can give you some advice on. And make sure you subscribe for regular updates for fantasy football every single week to give you an edge and insight in your league. Thanks so much. DJ Football out.